Hey guys, welcome back to Redbanditracing. Here we have another versus video for you. We have the Rustler 4x4 VXL and the E-Revo 2.0. These are extremely fast trucks. This should be really fun to see how they compare against each other. Remember, this is a verse video. This isn't a head-to-head. We're simply comparing the features of this and different things that we're going to do. We're going to do some donuts, just like our other versus videos. We're going to do some jumping, some backflips. We're going to do a speed test and kind of see how they really compare to each other. I want to go with the upgrades that I did to the Rustler. With the Rustler, it does come with the Talon EXTs, but those are really slick when you're running on hard dirt or baseball fields. It just wants to slide around like you're on skates. We did upgrade to the sledgehammer tires, and these have been great ever since we put them on. We broke a lot of axles on this, so we decided to go ahead and put the extreme heavy duty kit on it. So that comes with the front and rear shock towers. It comes with the new C-hubs and wheel hubs, much bigger wheel bearings, much bigger axles. We have not broken a lot since we did that. We also put the chassis brace on, and the reason why we put the chassis brace on is because we were getting a lot of body flex when we were jumping, and that was causing us to strip a lot of spur gears. Ever since we put this on, we haven't stripped a spur gear yet. The only bad thing about using a chassis brace, if you want to use the LED light kit, you're gonna have to remove this because I believe the module mounts in the front. But we don't run the LED light kit on this. We did actually put the heat sink on with the fan because we get really hot temperatures out where we are, and this really helps keep it cool. Other than that, we haven't done anything else to this. I know that's a lot, but those are mainly for the durability of the truck, because when you're running this on 3S, it puts a lot of strain on the axles. You can run 2S all day on this, but 3S is a lot of power for the Rustler 4x4. I also want to mention the shocks. We did upgrade the shocks to the GTR. The standard Ultra shocks are extremely weak. If you're going to run around on the street, maybe the baseball field, do little stuff, they're probably good shocks, but the Ultra shocks are extremely weak. The GTRs are extremely nice, and we've really bashed this up, and we have not bent one yet. And that goes it for that. As for the body goes, this does have the clipless body on it. It does go on fairly smooth. It does pop off a little bit on the front sometimes. The only thing I don't like about the Rustler is the wheelie bar. When you take a hard hit downwards, it will shove this wheelie bar into the back bumper and it starts to damage your body. It's the only thing I don't like. I know you can use the Haas wheelie bar, but that breaks extremely easy. I think we put the Haas wheelie bar on both of our Rustlers, and we broke it the first day out at the BMX track. So they didn't really fare too well. If you guys have any suggestions on a different wheelie bar, let us know in the comments. And let's go ahead and get into the E-Revo.
All right, so now for the E-Revo 2.0. The first thing we did was put the castle fan on because we got this right before summer and we knew it was gonna get really hot. So we got this just to cool down the motor a bit more. And the only thing else we upgraded was upgraded by accident because I did break the cap off this tow rod, and we got the part number wrong, and we accidentally bought red anodized push rods, but might as well throw them on. And the only thing we do have planned to upgrade is the drive cups, because if you lift it up, there is a lot of room. These tires shake. We do have the steel ones ready to go. We're going to throw those on once these actually break. And we also did put on the 6.7-inch sledgehammer tires. These did come stock with the Talon EXTs, but sledgehammers are a lot better for what we do with these cars. And we did get the Black Edition E-Revo 2.0 body. And besides that, everything else is stock.
Okay, so as far as size comparison goes, this is a 1/10 scale stadium truck. This is also a 1/10 scale stadium truck. Can you tell that the similarities between the two stadium trucks, the two 1/10 scale?
These tires are twice as big, twice as tall.
Now, as far as width goes, if I were to line these tires up right about there, that's a whole tire width. That's a big difference. Let's look at them side by side, and we'll put them axle to axle. Axle to axle. Again, what is that? 4 or 5 inches? That's a big jump. That's a really big jump between these two cars. Now, I know how Traxxas does the scaling. It all has to do not just with the power ranking of the truck, but also the weight, which is why the E-Revo and the Sledge side by side almost look very similar, but because of the weight difference and the power difference, that's why the Sledge is a 1/8 scale. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do a speed test. We're gonna go down this road real quick. a couple times, and then we'll kind of average the speeds out, and then we're going to do the same thing on the baseball field. That way we get a good reading from on-road to off-road and see how fast these two compare to each other. All right, so first we're going to do the Rustler 4x4. We got the GNSS analyzer. We're going to put this probably right here, might be a good spot. Actually, no, I'm going to put it right on the roof. Go right on the roof. We're going to run this on the street real quick, and then we're going to run the dirt, and then we'll switch over to the E-Revo.
We do have the app ready to go. We got 6 satellites, so it's not the strongest connection, but it should read accurately.
All right, I'm gonna keep this thing as straight as I can. The servo saver is shot. Probably from the last batch that we did. It's drifting left and right depending on the dips on the road. That usually tells me it's a servo saver, and I did just check it. It's got a lot of play. So I'm gonna do my best keeping this thing straight, and we'll see how this thing goes.
All right, let's get this hooked up. And we're back to 12 satellites. We're gonna track start, and we're good to go. The Rustler's only supposed to go 40 miles an hour without gearing. And we got our fans. That looks pretty fast. Probably high 30s. 39 miles an hour.
39, and what was the stock speed, 40?
40.
Now I am using the Electron Pro 52 milliamp battery. I'm not using the Traxxas batteries. This does feel a little bit slow. We normally use our Traxxas 5000 milliamp battery. This feels a little slow to me. So I'm gonna try it one more time. And every time I hit a bump, it jolts a different direction.
Definitely lost a lot of speed. All right, we found the Rustler. That was weird. It just bolted to the right. Track start. Redo round 2. Definitely felt faster.
Yeah, it's really hard to control the steering right now.
Right, track 43 miles an hour.
That's 43 is actually perfect.
If you guys watch Max versus Sledge, Max and Sledge both hit 43 as well. Now we're gonna do a speed test on the dirt.
All right, so 43 miles an hour is perfect for this car and this battery with its gear ratio. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on this baseball field, and I'm gonna try and go from one end to the other. It might be a little hard because it's not as big. We're gonna see how fast this thing can go.
Right. Track start, let's go.
Not bad. Without the heavy duty kit, that would have broken axle.
Seen it happen before. $39 miles an hour.
39.
Off-road, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm fine with that because I actually was full throttle, and I think that's going to be the top speed.
Also, that was pretty stable in the dirt.
It was very stable. It held a straight line. I had TSM on, so it helped me keep it straight. I really can't complain with that. I mean, if I put a different gear in, I'd probably get a lot more speed out of it, but I'm perfectly happy with that. So let's check out the E-Revo. All right, so now we got the GNSS analyzer in the E-Revo. So let's go ahead and set this up. We're gonna go to track, start. All right, let's give it the first pass. All right, let's see what we got here. I know this is probably hard to see. I'm trying to get out of the sunlight. Stop, read, 43
miles an hour.
You want to try again, or are you pretty good with that?
I'll go again.
Want to go again?
Yeah. Gotta be 43.
Track, start. All right, let's see if we can do better. Try missing the pothole. All right, this is really hard because it does want to skate a little bit with those sledgehammers. I think the talons would have been way faster. All right. Here we go. That had to be a little faster. Had to be a little faster. All right. Okay, it didn't. What?
All right, so then last run, it was the first run I hit the pothole, which definitely loosened the tape on that last run. GNSS analyzer flew out. We did get the speed. It said 45 miles an hour, so it is faster than the Rustler, but we're gonna do one more run just to make sure. And we put a lot more tape just to make sure it does not fly off, and we did do a reset.
All right, let's go again. Let's go ahead and track. Start. All right, we're good to go. How fast was less than 45?
45 miles
Pretty
an hour.
good. There you go. That seemed pretty quick too. All right, so we got stop, read, 44. So 45, that's pretty good. I mean, that's about where the speed should be, right?
Yeah, so with 45 miles an hour, that means it is our fastest car during a versus video. And we have not versed the Bandit yet. So for now, E-Revo is our fastest car.
Yeah, until we do the Bandit. All right, so now we're gonna do it on dirt. So let's go ahead and get track, start. Let's see how this thing does on dirt.
Rustler got 39.
Rustler got 39. Well, I'm just gonna do one pass. It's weird, it seems like the same speed, doesn't it?
Yeah. Definitely a lot smoother than the Rustler going over the grass. Oh, we collected some tree.
Stop, read, 42.
42.
42. Okay, it's not bad. Both cars are actually pretty quick on-road and off-road with their stock gear and the stock batteries.
All right, so as you guys saw, the E-Revo was definitely faster, but I would say the Rustler seemed to have quicker starts while the E-Revo had higher top end, and the E-Revo was definitely a lot more stable. And so now, next, we are going to go around the baseball field a few times with each car. Not head-to-head, we're gonna run each of them side by side just to check how stable they are and how good they are at drifting and how well they can race. All right, so we're gonna do a few laps. I do have TSM on at 50%. And I noticed the E-Revo especially, if you don't have your TSM perfectly at 50, you will lose steering when going forward. About half throttle. I do like how it can hold a good drift, and actually does have really good speed. I do like how the Max drifts, but the E-Revo being so much wider, unlike the Max, you don't have to worry about it popping a bicycle.
Ooh.
Never mind. I tried going full throttle right there. I'm about 3/4 throttle. All right, so it did handle pretty well. When I did go full throttle, it did pop a little bicycle, but I was able to save it because how wide it is. It's very stable, and for racing, it'll handle really well. So next, we're gonna check out the Rustler.
All right, so now we got the Rustler. I'm gonna do my best. It is having some servo saver issues right now. Ooh.
This is very different from a normal baseball field because this is a lot more loose.
It is. As you see, I'm bursting. I'm not even going full throttle. I'm probably going almost 3/4.
Yeah. The field we do our normal racing and RC clash ons a lot less like sandy.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely fast on dirt. I don't normally get it on 3 tires when I do this.
Yeah. Front left tire is always in the air.
That was full throttle. That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad. It's a little slower than I thought, but like I said, I want to say it's the battery. We normally don't use this battery, but we damaged one of our LiPos, so we're getting that one replaced. So we are using the Electron Pro. But normally I feel like it's a little bit quicker. I think this is underpowered a little bit right now. So I think it handled great.
I think E-Revo might have handled better today, but I've seen Rustler on our normal baseball field, and it's a lot quicker. So overall, I think I still give the point to the Rustler.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that the E-Revo actually got on 2 wheels. I thought it would stick more to the ground, where the Rustler is a little bit lower to the ground, and that could have been the difference. Plus the weight.
Yes.
I mean, the sledgehammers on the E-Revo are huge compared to the Talons it comes with.
Yeah.
So All right, so next we're gonna do some donuts. All right, so first we got the E-Revo. There you go. That actually stayed in one spot.
See the circle?
It did stay in a pretty small spot.
Yeah.
That was actually not that bad.
That was a pretty good donut. This is probably one of the better donuts E-Revo does. It's not the best at staying stable. Like an RC Clash, if you guys watch those videos, and you guys should, by the way, go click on it after this video. It's not the most stable, but this donut with more like loose ground, it was able to not have as much traction, so it was able to keep a tighter circle. And let's check the Rustler, which is not the best of donuts. Now the Rustler. Some really good two-wheel. There you go. Ooh. So I only completed a few turns, but pretty good two-wheel.
You know, I did change the diff fluid in this. I wonder if this is affecting it a little bit. I did put much lighter diff fluid in it, and I really want to put a center diff in this to lock it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Rustler doesn't do great donuts. It does more great with doing that.
All right, so next we're going to do a small two-wheel competition. These two cars have probably done the best two-wheel tricks. The moonwalk from the E-Revo and the bicycles and the seizure move from the Rustler.
Which I'm not going to do because when I put it in a seizure mode, and you've seen the clips when it goes into seizure mode, it really does whatever it wants to do. But man, you don't know what's going to break on it when it's doing that.
That's for the Clash.
Yes, that's for the Clash. Those are for freestyles.
I think the Rustler can actually do some really good bicycles on this dirt.
Yes. Doing bicycles?
Yeah.
Oh, tricks?
Yeah. All right, Rustler first.
Put this one back on.
Hurry up. Two-wheel. There we go. Definitely holds it pretty stable.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm gonna try one more going the opposite direction. Ooh.
Something just happened. We lost steering and throttle.
Yeah, lost power. I wonder if the connector came loose.
Might have been overheated too.
It is hot.
There's no red light, so that doesn't mean it's overheated. Reconnected.
I've never had it shut off before like that. Like I said, I don't like these batteries. So we got them because we started off with the nickel hydride when we first got the cars. We went straight to LiPo, but we didn't start off with the Traxxas batteries. We actually went with a third party, and then we started going to the Traxxas batteries just because I also like their warranty a lot better, so which is why all of our batteries are Traxxas now. But I'm gonna try it one more time. I've never seen it shut off like that before.
There we go.
Ooh. Not bad, I'll stop there. So it can do bicycles.
It can do bicycles, and it does really good wheelies.
Yep.
And with when you go seizure mode on the street, it does some of the best two-wheel tricks.
Oh yeah, I mean it'll slide on its roof and then pop back forward, or it'll go into a handstand back forward. It does some crazy stuff. All right, so now we're gonna do the E-Revo.
And a trick I figured out accidentally was it can actually moonwalk. And every once in a while you can. Sometimes if you hit it just right, you can go from moonwalk to wheelie if you get the momentum to shift back enough. Try it one more time.
Oh, see? That's nice. All right, now let's see some bicycles. Here we go. Perfect. So, easy enough, easy enough.
It does do really good two-wheel tricks. I like seizure mode, but I think E-Revo does it more clean, and not as reckless. So I think I would give the point to E-Revo, but Rustler does crazy tricks.
I agree. The E-Revo does some really nice stuff. I can't even do that with the sledge. The sledge doesn't have the reverse power like the E-Revo does. I don't know if that's limited for a reason, but I definitely like the E-Revo as far as the tricks go.
All right, so next we're gonna go on the ramp and check how good they are in the air. All right, so next we're gonna do some ramp. This is technically a long jump ramp, but both of these cars have done backflips off of it. So we're just gonna check. We're gonna go easy. We're just gonna do some air, no backflips yet. Let's do a few jumps. Ooh, a bit rough. Little wheelie. Definitely get some pretty good air. Like that little turnaround. Ooh, missed the ramp a little bit, still got it. Ooh, little tumble roll. Do some backflips. There we go. Easy backflip.
That was actually kind of easy. I had to slow the rotation down.
Yeah, he over-rotated until he brought it back. Pretty good backflip. With only like a 1.9 inch ground clearance, it's gonna bounce, chassis bounce. The Maverick, ooh, he saves it.
Rustler is extremely easy to control in the air because it's got so much power. Plus with the sledgehammer tires, it's got so much rotating mass. I can do doubles off of this ramp, and if it was a little bit bigger, it can easily do triples.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of movement to be doing and hitting the ground because something's gonna break. So,
yeah, it's a lot. It definitely bounces whenever it hits the grass.
Yeah, that's why, I mean, it's softer hitting the grass. You're not gonna damage your car hitting the grass, but it does have that spring effect.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get the E-Revo. All right, so Rustler's gonna have a little bird's eye view of this. He's hiding under the ramp. We'll do a couple basic jumps with the E-Revo. All right, so he's gonna, remember, this car is really wide, so he's only has a couple inches on each side for air. That was nice. Didn't even bounce. All right, so he's gonna try a couple more backflips, a couple more attempts. Almost had the save. That was a good backflip though. As you can see, some of the marks from the ramp. Oof. I think we're done with the backflips on the E-Revo. Nice wheelie. All right, so as far as the backflips go, I'd say the Rustler wins hands down.
Yeah, you need definitely a steeper ramp for the E-Revo to do clean backflips. The 45-degree ramp, I was able to do double backflips with the E-Revo, but with this ramp, you have to hit it dead perfect. But on the landing, the Rustler flips over nearly every single time it lands.
I think it's because it's a lot lighter.
Yeah, the E-Revo doesn't even bounce once it hits the ground, but in the air, E-Revo does not have enough rotation.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious why the Rustler wins. It's so small with those bigger tires, but the E-Revo, the tires are equivalent to the body, but it just doesn't have enough power to get it to rotate off such a narrow ramp. So I bet, yeah, if this was a 45-degree ramp with a little bit more run up,
yeah,
then it'd be easy. It'd be double backflips.
Yeah, I think I have about 1.5 inches on each side, and with dirt, it's not steering perfectly straight. So half of the run up is just me going half throttle, trying to line it up until the last half where I can actually give it throttle. All right, so we're just gonna do a quick race between these two cars. We're gonna have one starting where first should be, one starting where third should be, and they're both gonna race around. First one to get back to the base twice wins. 3, 2, 1, go. Lap 1 for the E-Revo, lap 1 for the Rustler. E-Revo is slightly ahead. Ooh. Bit of a crash. I think E-Revo was a little bit ahead.
Yeah, it's really hard to steer right now with that servo saver really messed up. It keeps drifting left to right depending on if I turn left. If I turn left, it wants to stick left.
Yeah.
So
overall, I think E-Revo is a bit better. It was faster. It definitely is more stable. I think it gets a bit more air, but Rustler definitely handles rotation better. And also, E-Revo does do better two-wheel tricks and donuts. But the Rustler is very fast. There's a lot you can do with it that we didn't show, like the seizure two-wheel tricks. Those are a lot better. And then you can do the double backflips, the Mavericks, while you can't do that the E-Revo. So Rustler does a lot more extreme tricks, while E-Revo is a lot more well-rounded.
It's really hard to give this to one of these cars. It just depends on which one you like more. I mean, the Rustler is a lot smaller than the E-Revo, but the Rustler is going to be a lot easier to work on than the E-Revo. The E-Revo family is extremely, not hard to work on, it's more time consuming.
Yeah.
The Revo, the E-Revo, and especially the Merv, the 16 scale E-Revo VXL, that is the tiniest thing to work on, and everything's always got to be moved out of the way to do anything on it. But I mean, I like both cars. I think they're both great. They both have their weaknesses. They both have their strengths. So it really depends on which one you guys like more.
All right, so if you guys like that video, make sure to like and subscribe. We do have a new Monster Jam video out, so go check that out. And we do have an RC Clash coming soon. And check out the Sledge versus Max, another versus, which you guys will probably like. So if you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next video.